What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking snow currency. I know a lot of you have been having issues with it. It's something that happens every year. EA doesn't really explain a lot of the ways that you can get snow, so go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and hype the video as we jump right into it. Primarily, we're going to start with my no money spent players because, you guys have been coming out and been asking some really interesting questions about why everything is behind a paywall. Pretty much, Ultimate Team right now is in a very crazy state. If you guys are not familiar with what's going on with Gutfox and Kurt Benkert, the whole premise behind that is the way that everything is so expensive, but EA Sports chooses who to give free content to. But it's not even about the fact that Kurt received the cards. It's more of the way that his response to it was. And I think that that's what the discrepancy is with the community. I have no problem with EA Sports or whatever company giving people free things. It's just the fact of, the way that person is after they get it. And if you guys don't understand the story, check out Gutfox. He explains it pretty well. And that's just an assessment of what's going on with Ultimate Team right now. But we're going to talk about the fact that in the challenges, right, you have several different ways to attain snow. Now, I know what you're going to say. Yo, bro, what? 50 snow, 40 snow, what EA is doing? Yeah, EA is giving you a taste, bro. Like, you're not going to get the whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, EA is like, yo, get a little bit of this. And then what you can do is you can quick sell the cards you get from the packs, and it's going to introduce you into the store. So what that means is, as you do this and you see how little snow you get from these challenges, it pretty much leads you into the store. So I have to show you this because this is primary. As you continue to go up, you'll see that the snow increases, but it's still very low. But you also get options of packs and the B&D cards and stuff like that, which will in turn give you the option to quick sell those cards. All right, like you can quick sell the small stocking, the mystery stocking. You can quick sell all that, and all that turns into snow. But it's very minimal amounts. All right, so I have to make sure you guys know that you will have the option to quick sell whatever you get from the challenges. So that's the first step. All right, now if you want to understand more of what I'm talking about with like the stockings and what they quick sell for, what you can do when you go to the cards or the packs of the stockings or whatever you get that you actually don't want to keep, you can just go to it and quick sell it. Right, so I'm going to show you really quickly right now. Like, we already got some presents right here. Like, for instance, if you get something like that, you'll click it and it'll give you the option to quick sell it for snow. So anything that you get as a present or whatever, however you pull it, you can always quick sell those things for snow. You do not have to keep what they give you. All right. Also keep in mind that, the small presents, whatever it is, stocking stuffers, whatever, they have a value, which is why many of you guys are going to start to get things that are valued at like 4,500 snow. Those are going to be like limiteds and very high overall cards. All right. So that's one of the ways. Just keep in mind, though, that if you're interested in getting that Mark Ingram set token, you can watch any streamer, not just me. Any streamer during the holiday season, you will get the drops for Mark Ingram. I will be doing an exclusive stream for EA Sports on Tuesday, December 9th from 1 to 3 p.m. That should include dump trucks and things like that, but that's a separate type of sponsored stream. But as far as the Mark Ingram and regular drops from the Zero Chill program, any content creator, doesn't matter who it is, you can watch it on Twitch and get those drops. All right, so that's the first step. Now, this is the other step, right? In the field pass, when you go to Zero Chill, you're going to see options of getting snow and things of that nature. Okay, whichever route you take, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you can go ahead and you can pay for the premium pass. I wouldn't recommend it, but this is the cost. All right, it's $12. If you want to spend it, go ahead and spend it. Like, I'm not going to argue about it. Like, it is what it is. But take a look at what you get, though. Just make sure you understand what you're getting through the pass. All right, because ultimately, all we really want is that Zero Chill Taylor Maze. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go through it, you want to spend the money, it's not necessary to get the most important part out of the field pass, which is Taylor Maze. But, you get additional snow and, very minimal stuff. But they do give you mystery stockings. And that mystery stocking, they were really glitchy last year, and there was a lot of things in it. And I was like, yo, what the heck? People were pulling crazy stuff. But again, there'll be other ways to get, those mystery stockings. So, you don't have to pay for it. The $12, I know it seems minimal. It's up to you. I'm not here to assess anyone's financial situation. If you have the $12 and you don't mind spending it, it's an option. If not, whatever, it doesn't matter. But these are just other ways for you to retain snow. And then if you do actually spend the the $12, you will get a 93 overall B&D Zero Chill player pack. That'll give you the option of whatever 93s are available at that time, when you're done with this. All right. Now, and those are the main ways, right? Now, this is the way that we were doing it in stream because we wanted to power up Tim Tebow. All right, and I wanted to do it very, very quickly. This was the easiest way for me to get it done. And pretty much you go to training and you just re-roll this, right? For the 3,000. Now, for those of you that don't have training, right? And you're like, yo, G, how am I supposed to get all this training? What is this about? This is the thing, right? You should have a bunch of items in your binder that you can just quick sell for training. Because if you've been watching me stockpile all the cards I've been getting and all the garbage, you know I could just convert a lot of stuff into training, right? Though that 3,000 training, not only does the 83 plus give you a chance at a limited, you can also get a ton of 87s and all the other cards that, that you could quick sell them for training as you do it. So to give you an example of it, I'm going to go to my binder now. Also, I have a bunch of packs. Like I said, you can see them there that I can open to make training, but I'm just going to go to my item binder. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to go to newest, right? And then I'm just going to go ahead and just look and see, like, yo, I don't need this guy. I don't need this guy. Like Lamar Jackson was going for like $1 million at launch. Bro, I don't need you. I don't need any of these guys, right? So these are all cards that I get from various packs. I just made 6,000 training. All right. Now, granted, that's only 2 rolls, but you have to remember there are other things in the store that you can buy as well that can give you another option of getting even better things, like the zero chill small stocking, right? They give you this option, right, for you to spend your coins, your training, right? And we don't really know what it's going to be. It's a small stocking. When you open it, it could be whatever in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a small present. I've seen medium presents. I've seen whatever. It's up to you. But remember, again, you can still quick sell that for training. For snow. I keep going with the training and the snow, but you get what I'm saying. The presents or anything that has to do with zero chill, it quick sells for snow, but it's converting the training into the snow. Now, as far as what I was telling you before with the rerolls, right? You will convert whatever you have that you can quick sell into training, and then you would turn it into snow. Because these 83 pluses, no matter what happens, the easiest way to get it efficiently, if you are someone that's been stockpiling cards like me, you will be able to get 87s like this and just quick sell them. That's it. And if you want to make coins, you could also sell them. You know what I'm saying? He's going for about 44K. But I don't know if you want to do that right now. It probably would be the better case scenario to just keep going ahead and quick selling it and taking the snow at this point. And then ultimately inside the store, the snow store, right? You can use that snow to do other things. Now you can go various, it's like various ways to do certain things, and you could accumulate this. I'm going to show you the events last, because the events is like, if you go head to head, you could also get the Donald Parham if you win 10 games before you lose 2, but it's very, very sweaty in that mode. So and I'm going to explain the tiers as well, but I want to save that for last. When you use your snow, right? The zero chill, Chad Johnson, all that stuff, this is what people are doing, right? They're getting stuff out of this and they're utilizing stuff. And also when you buy things inside the snow store, it's a requirement to actually max out the field pass, just to be clear. So you can see exactly how much everything costs and what it is. It tells you when it refreshes, so you can understand what's going on. Medium stocking, large stocking, all this stuff, extra large stocking. This is what people are doing with it. Okay, now you have to buy these tokens, right, to get into the different tiers of the events that I'm going to show you. But the first tier is free. You just get the least amount of rewards. So there's a first tier event, a second tier event, and a third tier event. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. I'll show you what's going on. When you go over here to events, right, if you just click on it, like say you were starting from scratch, I already played 2 games, so I can't show you the actual front screen, but it shows you tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Okay, the tier 3 gives you the most stuff. All right, so I don't know if I can show you with the rewards how it goes for the different tiers, because I'm already in this one, so it won't let me show you the other tiers. But you can get up to like 73,000 snow or something weird if you spend the 4,000 snow for tier 3 as you go through it, right? But for mine, with the rewards, because I did the free one, I only can get 7,500, 7,550, right? Tier 2, you get a little bit more, like 20,000, and then finally with tier 3, you get that much, but you have to pay to go into the tier by getting that token that's in the store. So that's the way to get like buku, like you get crazy amount of snow, but it's it's very, very sweaty and it's wild. Now, with the rewards with the CPU, okay, you could see with the event rewards, it doesn't really show you anything. So EA is making it a guessing game. But obviously, it's going to be a lot less because it's a CPU. So those are all the ways to get snow. It depends on, you know, your temperament. Like, do you have control over your rage? Because if you do, you could play the head-to-head, because it gets real nasty in there. All right, we already got the Parham, but it was real disgusting. And we did have the first one on PlayStation, but it was a really, really bad scene. All right, so that's up to you with everything that's there. Again, if you have any other questions or comments, hit me up. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, one love, y'all.